What is up, Pokemoshpitbeta? This is CyberCobalt. Today I'm going to be bringing you a very quick 4th Gen NU battle. This is more of a grab bag than anything, so I just kind of grabbed a bunch of random dudes that I thought it'd be fun to use. So I'm leading off the Glalie, and I'm just going to taunt that Sandslash because I don't want it setting up rocks. And I'm going to start setting up spikes because I'm going to want him to force to rapid spin, I guess. Because I want to force him to rapid spin and not do much damage to my Glalie, I guess, and then I can just do more damage to it. I don't know. It was just a bad play on my part. Really should not have done it. But I see that another earthquake would probably take me out if that was min damage and if that was max and he got max damage, let's say. So I'm just like, screw it. Let's just explode on the Sandslash. And it doesn't quite knock it out. It takes it down to almost like red, but you know, of course. He rapid spins, but there's no target, so he gets his lefties, and I'm just gonna go straight into a Poliwrath because even though Sandslash is bulky, Poliwrath can still one-shot it. So I decided to go to the substitute, predicting something like a switch or something, but he actually goes for the toxic, so that sub there really helped out. So now I'm safe behind a sub, and I'm pretty sure this waterfall would knock it out. So I do go for the waterfall, and that knocks Sandslash. So I have a quick 6-5 lead in this game. And I believe he's just going to switch out into a Jumpluff now. So this is kind of iffy because, you know, Jumpluff resists both of my offensive moves. And so the Seed Bomb does break the sub, and I go for a Hypnosis, but I missed because, you know, Hypnosis is only 60% accuracy. You can't expect it to hit all the time. So I'm gonna go into a Gligar, whatever it's called, and he's just gonna go for the Seed Bomb again. So I'm not seeing any Life Orb or any. So he switches out here, and now this gets me to believe that he's probably choiced in a way. But I decide to Toxic on the switch, and he does go into a Sneasel. So, again, the Sneasel Poisoned was actually pretty good in the long run when you see what kind of a Sneasel it is later. But he's just going to go straight back into a Jumpluff, and I'm going to switch right down into my Poliwrath. So, yeah, he gets the good switch there, and I'm not so great. But I'm at full health anyway, so I go into a Haunter, predicting the Seed Bomb, because he's part Poison, and you know, Poison resists Grass, yada yada yada. But the Seed Bomb still does more than half, so he can still KO it, but he decides to switch out and go into a Sneasel, and I go for a Sludge Bomb, just going for super effective hits. But the Sludge Bomb does do a nice chunk, but it doesn't quite knock out the Sneasel. And as you see here, it's Lychee Berry, so it gets the attack bonus, and basically this thing just works by basically subbing down until you do that, and gets the attack bonus and starts wrecking with Ice Shard. So he's going to go for the priority to knock out that Haunter, and I'm just going to have to stall out until that Poison takes care of him, otherwise I'm not going to be doing so great. So I go into a Poliwrath, because Poliwrath's a nice bulky guy. He can't use his stab moves, otherwise won't be able to do much, and I'm just going to go for a substitute, trying to soak up as much damage as possible. And he falls to Poison, so I'm in a good position here. And he goes into a Dragonair, and I've honestly never seen a Dragonair, so I decide, you know, just screw it, go for a Focus Punch, let's go for massive damage, and he goes for an Outrage. And this Outrage I do believe breaks my sub, because Outrage is insanely powerful, and I'm just going to smack this with a Focus Punch. I do believe this takes it out, because Dragonair is not too bulky. It's going down, it's going down, going down, going down, going down. It's a clean knockout. So he breaks, but unfortunately now I'm not behind a sub, so he can go into that Jumpluff again and just start annoying me all over again. And that's exactly what he decides to do. So he decides to U-turn here, which I thought was kind of interesting. It doesn't do a lot, so I was like, alright, he's probably predicting the switch, so I have the advantage here. And he goes into a Sharpedo, and I believe I go for Hypnosis, but I missed the second Hypnosis, so now it's starting to get annoying. Because on average, you would hit 1 out of 2 Hypnosis. I think he said this was a misclick or something, because he goes for the Crunch, but it doesn't do much. And I'm just free to set up another substitute. And now I believe he has to stay in here, because nothing on his team can really take a Focus Punch, and he goes for the Crunch. and it doesn't break the sub, luckily. So I'm still behind a sub, and I knock out this Sharpedo with a Focus Punch because Sharpedo's defenses are pitiful. And yeah, so this guy, the Sharpedo, gets knocked out. I'm almost knocked out thanks to his rough skin. Luckily, I live with 9 HP, and then the leftovers brings me back up to 32. So he's going into a Jumpluff now. And I believe I just decided to go for a Focus Punch because it's the strongest move I have against this thing. You know, at this point I was just screw Hypnosis. I'm not going to trust it now. I just want to get as much damage on this thing as possible. And I hit the Jumpluff with a Focus Punch, but unfortunately due to it resisting, it's not going to do a heck of a lot. Well, it does over half, which is still respectable. But I get my leftovers, and but doesn't matter. He's just going to killed me with a Seed Bomb, but Poliwrath did his job. He just wrecked most of his team there. So I decided to go into my Gardevoir here, and I traced the useless ability, and he keeps on going for the Seed Bomb, so I'm like, alright, he's choiced in a way. I don't know what, though. After seeing the damage, I'm going to have to assume it's banded, but I just decided to go for the Thunder Wave, just because, you know, it's always good to paralyze a choice user. Now I'm just going to go for a Psychic, hoping to kill it, or hoping to hit something hard on the switch, but I end up killing the Jumpluff. So I'm getting my leftovers, doing quite fine here. It's like 5 to his 1, I think. At this point, he goes into a Charizard, and he's going to go for that Fire Blast, but we're going to have a small little cut there because my camera can't record too much, and he gets a critical and knocks out Gardevoir. So I decided to go into a Marowak here, and he's going to go for another Fire Blast. But I don't think this isn't going to kill it. I'm going to live and do massive damage with a Double Edge. Now, thanks to Marowak's awesome ability, Rockhead, in case you don't know, he takes no recoil damage. So Double Edge doesn't quite take out the Charizard, but he misses the Fire Blast, and I get off the second Double Edge for the KO. So good game, Bob. You're a good friend of mine. You're always nice to me on YouTube. And yeah, I hope you guys like this, and I hope you guys could maybe leave a like, dislike, and if I did something wrong, just tell me what I did wrong, and I'll try to improve. See you guys next time.